And
Yeah.
once we are talking about morning routine, and I'm also thrilled to announce that Happy Gut Coffee has joined as a sponsor at our highly anticipated Ultimate Wellness Conference. And Happy Gut Coffee is low acid, mold free, brew crafted for gut sensitive individuals. So for
Yeah.
those people who are sensitive to some conventional coffee, Happy Gut Coffee is really great solution. What inspired you to create this brand, and what is the mission behind this brand, and why it's so special?
The mission is to continue to teach people how to live a healthy, happy life through balancing their gut health, because the gut is the foundation, is the root for everything. And part of the inspiration for creating this toxin-free, low-acid, mold-free coffee that's gut-friendly and also
Mm,
tastes delicious is that this is where people start their day. Like this is where people are at. And what I realized is that a
mm,
lot of people are drinking coffee that is actually harmful to their gut. It might be ridden with pesticides, with mycotoxins like ochratoxin. There was one study that looked at green
mm,
coffee beans, harvested green coffee beans, and 13 out of 25 samples were contaminated with ochratoxin A. So
mm.
it's important to know where your coffee comes from and the fact that coffee is the most consumed beverage worldwide. I thought,
Absolutely.
and so people are not going to give up their coffee, but I wanted to bring a coffee to the market that was healthy and that people could trust and know that it's gut friendly and it's not going to cause heartburn, acidity, but also more importantly, it's not going to cause the unseen damage that is being caused by drinking coffee that is not organic or from poor quality beans.
Where do you source from this Happy Gut coffee?
Coffee comes from different places depending on the growing conditions.
Mm-hmm.
For example, it can come from Colombia, but also Guatemala. It's all organic farms,
Mm-hmm.
biodynamic, and part of it is like what people don't realize is that if it's a single source coffee, then it can be a bit harder to maintain the quality of the bean and also the flavor profile of the bean from season to season. So it's actually better to have a coffee that has a combination of beans because that way, that's a way to control and make sure that the flavor stays the same season after season because, weather patterns change and sometimes there's more rain, sometimes there's less rain.
Mm,
So we go through a lot of care to make
mm.
sure that the coffee flavoring and the experience stays the same from season to season. And we're getting incredible feedback from people. They love it. And so I'm excited to share it with everyone who's going to be attending the Ultimate Wellness as well as the VIPs.
Yeah, right. So how do you explain this low acid? Why it's low acid coffee? Because probably everybody understands what does it mean organic, mold free, and now consumers they're very well educated and they really look for good brands which are mold free, toxins
Yeah.
free. What is low acid? What does it mean?
I mean, simply like, when you drink a coffee that is kind of
Mm-hmm.
acidic, it just immediately as you drink it, like you can tell it's not
Mm-hmm.
going to sit well in your gut. But the way that we get to that low acidity is by roasting the beans, but making sure that the beans aren't burnt in the roasting
Mm-hmm.
process.
Mm-hmm.
But the darker the roast, the lower the acidity of the bean. And also it actually drops the caffeine content a bit. So a darker roast is not going to make you as jittery as a light roast. So a lot of people think that they want a light roast, but what they really want is a dark roast.
Interesting. So this Happy Gut coffee uh, supports digestion, healthy microbiome, and also it makes our daily ritual both energizing and healing, which is
Yeah.
great. Talking in general about coffee, do you suggest drinking coffee first thing in the morning before breakfast, or you better suggest to do it after some meal?
I couldn't tolerate drinking
Mm,
coffee
yeah.
on an empty stomach.
Mhm.
until I came out with Happy Gut Coffee and found that actually it is so mild, and because it's low acidity and it's free of, all potential toxins and things that
Mm.
might irritate the gut, that I can actually drink it on an empty stomach. And I much rather have my coffee first. Or while I'm preparing breakfast, I also prepare my coffee. But some mornings I like to fast and just have the coffee in the morning and then have my first meal at lunchtime. So it
Uh,
depends. I think it's personal preference, and
mhm.
everybody has their relationship with coffee. For me, coffee is part of my morning ritual, and I like to make it as a pour over, make it slowly, savor the aromas, and then sit and sip it before I start my day.
Wonderful.